reason why I'm running. I'm almost 69 years young. I've been doing community work for 40 years. I worked under 3 different mayors, citywide type programs and projects. I've been a community consultant for Johns Hopkins for 38 years. Don't get it wrong, I'm not a staff. I stuck my foot in Hopkins 38 years ago to get those resources and tools to bring back out into the community. There's a terrible disconnect with Hopkins and East Baltimore community. Politicians tell us don't deal with Hopkins.
Excuse me, sir, could you hold the mic closer?
Hopkins tell people don't come into East Baltimore. These people are drug addicts, alcoholics, they rob you, they rape you. Excuse me, I'm one of those people, okay? I created community East Baltimore historical tours to take students and faculty into East Baltimore and meet the unsung heroes. 28 years ago, 14 years ago, it turned into the Johns Hopkins University source. We have more students volunteering in the East Baltimore community, in the churches, the schools, the libraries. Politicians didn't do this. I'm blackballed by the East Baltimore politicians, and we're from the same neighborhood. We all grew up together. We went to school together, because I'm not politically correct their way. Their way of being politically correct is selling out to Johns Hopkins and other investors. They play those games. I don't play games. I grew up in a neighborhood that family values, community pride, and spiritual guidance. Well, these politicians lost that. What's happening in East Baltimore is that people are sick and tired. You can see it throughout Baltimore. That's why we got 7 new council people. But here in East Baltimore, people get fed up. The senator, Nathaniel McFadden, just lost the election. As Andy has said, these are the most powerful politicians in East Baltimore, and they're going down. When I was asked to run as a Green Party candidate, I was like, yeah, I'm going to run, because I'll fight him. I'm not afraid of him, okay? Once I met Andy and saw his qualifications, I said, man, you got to run. Andy's the policy guy. I'm the community guy. What I mean by I'm the community guy, I'm a coalition builder. They want to keep us separated over race, faith, economic, where you live at, all these things. I'm a coalition builder. Where too many of us are out here trying to solve problems separately. We work in different little silos. I take this community organizing as a fight. So if you have to fight somebody, you're going to fight them like this, or you're going to fight them like this. This Green Party is going to build a coalition that we're going to make a change, not only in East Baltimore, but throughout Baltimore City. We're tired of this. Coalition builder. I was voted by the city paper readers as the best community advocate in Baltimore City because of coalitions that I built. Nice title to have, but really unfair to the many other unsung heroes throughout Baltimore, East Baltimore, and right here in this assembly. But they want to keep us separated. We have to change that game. So I'm asking for your vote also. And it's just amazing what we can do to make change in this area. Before I do want to say this. I've exposed social injustice. I put down the housing commissioner because I exposed the fact that the general superintendent of housing code enforcement was one of the biggest slum landlords in Baltimore City. Okay? They were renting houses, unhabitable houses, to young minority women with children, but they were owned by city agency heads. They was owned by politicians and their family members. Google my name and you can see what it is that I have done in East Baltimore. I'm successful, but I'm blackballed in my own neighborhood, and I'm tired of it. Yes, I'm not only black, I'm green, and I'm running this election.
Hello, my name is David Jan. I'm running for the state senate in District 19. That covers areas from Aspen Hill, Redland, Durwood, Beecher World, and Glenmont, Wheaton, and a small part of only Silver Spring. And drawing back to Tim's previous words earlier in the morning, I am basically running in a one-party opposition state, but it actually goes a little deeper than that. My, when my opponent Ben Kramer announced he was announcing that he was going to go for that open Senate seat, that there was stony silence from the rest of the party. It's like everyone else simply said, okay, that's done. The seat's closed. The open seat now is the delegate seat. Yeah, no primary challenger, and all the entire race was focused on the primary race in D19 was focused on not on Mano's open seat, but Kramer's open seat. And well, that's it. That's what ultimately got me to decide to go for it. I even know that there wasn't even a Republican challenger, which I later found out there wasn't even a need, because even though no one filed, apparently after the deadline passes, the two major parties in the state can have their central committees appoint one to be a seat filler on the ballot, which is what they did to give the illusion of an opposition. But that's aside from the point. Another thing I note is that after primaries, there was a bit of an unexpected result, and it's good. They couldn't stop Von Stewart, the DSA, they favored from taking the open seat, but the central committee pick for the open seat, that it's still Charlie Crutchfield still got it by muscling out the least the most liberal of the incumbents, Mauricio Morales, and got me thinking to something of Nancy. He said that the Democratic Party doesn't allow the Democratic Central Committee doesn't allow enough people to take over the Democratic Party seats. They saw that. I don't know if this is entirely speculation, but they probably. But when they saw the open seat gain steam, some of the Central Committee members thought, what can we do to balance the scales? I've had inklings which is why I ever since I registered Green, I've been wanting to run as a Green, so I can have so I don't have that kind of opposition. But but I also think that should serve as a cautionary tale as we build up our power. We are going to see some of those same obstacles that come from those, because, well, the people, as I've been going door to door, I've met independents and even Republicans who will vote for me, but they won't change their party registration. And that's the thing. See, we if we want to be a party different from Democrats and Republicans, we need to understand the majority of people who aren't voting do not trust the P word. That no matter what it is, that's how disenfranchised they become. The reason they came to, the reason many of the people I do or not, are going to vote for me, isn't because what party I belong to. It's because I actually came to them. My platform was simple and well written out. And above all, I'm not going there just to represent them. I'm good. That just represent the party. I'm going there to represent them because I want to ask them the questions. Then talk to those people up there about it. And I go up there and I'm going up there because I have no experience of how it works. And the people I'm going to ask how it works, and what needs to be changed, may not belong to the Green Party because there are no good Greens up there in office. But the thing is, we need. I'm running to build the party outreach, and because of that outreach, we're going to attract some people we never had before, and we can't be hostile to them. They will not. That many of them probably won't even put the G next to them immediately. But we need to know their allies. We can't. We need to know it's going to take time to bring them well within our ranks. We need to know some of them will never permanently join because they don't adhere to certain things on principle. But we still need to stay engaged with them.